I also really don't appreciate anybody going out here and saying that I worship the devil, or that I have anything to do with any negative and low vibrational energy, because the devil don't exist. And I don't really know what people are thinking, but when you tell people stuff like that, that just come back to you. The people that's out here hearing that, are they going to hear it and say that's not true? Because they see my light, they see my energy. And that we got to stop blaming invisible characters, like there's no Santa Claus, there's no devil. There's only people within what they do and what they choose to take responsibility for and what they choose to blame on another character. That's all that's going on. I just decided to be my best self, my highest self. You can look all in my closet up under my carpet. I don't have no skeletons. I don't have nothing negative going on that you could pull out and be like, oh, this is abnormal. This isn't a regular female, regular girl, or anything like that. I'm not bisexual. I don't got none of that going on. And I hear so many people in the streets right now, like, especially when I'm doing the channel messages and I'm looking for things like finances. Should I rehash my business, like refresh it? And I hear all these things about an ex worried about me, their partner, and she worried about me. And like, I want to say that I don't believe it, but the signs, the scenarios, the descriptions of, the physical attributes of the people, um, it's a lot going on right now that you wouldn't even believe if it wasn't happening to you. And I do have another friend that me and her were comparing videos and stuff, but it got too confusing because the representations are vague if you're sharing it between two people. Like, they get more vague. I know you guys think about time and you think of it as something that is a backwards to forwards motion, like an acceleration or linear, but it's really all over the place. Time is all over the place, and what you could heal in the present is something you can heal in your past. So it's hard for me to really time the events as well. Um, it's jumping all over the place. Like, it just gets confusing. You really have to be on that vibration. You have to be prepared and ready. You got to do your prayer and say, you know, say for instance that you're trying to find out about something. You say, well, which video is it? Because praying is focusing. And that's really what they don't want to tell you either. Like, praying for something is actually like visualizing it and feeling like it could come. So feeling like that does kind of like manifest things, but it's like also your inner core beliefs. So all that being said, if we come back to the scenario of how these videos are being compared, these channel messages and everything, you really had to take your own journey with it. Like, we could share videos and say, this is a possibility, I appreciate her doing that, but you can't share these videos with other people. This is not pick a card. This is something you really got to pray about. And a lot of people don't want to accept the fact that spirit talks in many ways. It's not just um, the billboards, the message at church, the songs on the radio that say your name or talk about your situation. If you open up to it, there's literally people that will channel messages for you. I can't say that every message has been honest. I ran into some bad or fake psychics before. That's definitely true. But your body can tell you, like, it's almost like, don't date because you're going to eventually run into somebody fucked up. Like, you got to take a risk sometimes. You got to get to know people for who they are and see who you can work with out here, spiritually, especially when it comes down to a baba, so psychics, or a mama. So psychics are a very good thing, if you're not really into yourself like that, to try to figure out what's going on around you, what's best for you. I'm a psychic reader. I do tarot cards. But the thing is I don't even care where you go because I really want to see this world be a happy place. And these cards really know how to identify you, your situation, the people around you. It's uncanny, and back to linear time. You think, okay, well, this event happened, so that I'm going to press this video. This video is talking about this. There could be events that's going to be happening in the future, not just events that happen in the past or the present. There's events that are happening that you don't even see. There's like intuitive guidance that's come through that you didn't even listen to because you're not used to hearing your inner voice and your inner self. So a lot of people, when I started to listen to my inner self, they don't understand. I didn't have a choice. I had to listen to my inner self because everything else around me didn't make sense. So the fact that they're discrediting me, saying that I worship some type of dark entity, is foolishness. There are no dark entities. There's only been you and your poltergeist from your inner self, the negativity you manifest. They hid it from you that you are a God. You are walking, living, breathing manifestation in the thought mind of God, right? This overall thing, right? So this energy that encompasses you, why would it send you negative things? Let's make sense of that. Second question, who told you to listen to those fuckers around you? Because, like, they made no sense. I had to actually really pull back and get to my inner self and pray. And I never really heard a real verbal response from God. But I see that it's something. Something's listening. There was this video a long time ago that talked about how this reality is perceived upside down. There's scientific evidence and scientific studies that have taken place that are out here to let you know that this reality is being experienced from another location. That these eyes that you stare out of, they're staring into something, even though you feel like you're in something. They're staring into something that you're creating that's changing. And from these particular eyes and these particular molecules, this prana in the air, you may not be able to see it because you don't have the proper light. But you go outside and you look up in that sky, you'll see them little things moving, them little prana things, they look like sperm, right? They all moving in the sky and stuff. Energy, electromagnetic energy. It's popping. There's no way to avoid creating. There's no way to avoid living. So you got to do it the right way. It's not jealousy. It's not negativity. It's not, these all these words. It's negative energy. It's really just you wanting that out of you, but not understanding that it's coming out. It's trying to heal. It's all these words that are in the way that are categorizing our experiences, and that's why we're not able to really truly be authentic, because it's just no words. It's just feeling. It's just like, this is how I feel, and no words could truly define. Like, there's ancient words, there is, but there were more pictures. And I think that we are a people that could touch hands and telepath images, events, words. I mean, we do so much with body language and mannerisms across the room. How could we not be talking telepathically, leaving the body at night, experiencing things and traveling to other realms and seeing other creatures? I mean, you guys be thinking your dreams is dreams. They might be real events and real places. But we only going to get to know these things if we break out of that blocked up mentality of the church, the church, the church. Even though that's your reference point and that's your starting point, you're supposed to innovate that. You're supposed to expand and understand. You're not supposed to lock into a routine. I think people who lock into a routine don't really have a passion for God. They're not living for spirit. They don't want to understand who they are. That's how I look at it. That's my judgment. Is anybody running around quick to call somebody else the devil, got something to hide? That anybody that don't want to give you your just due will watch you get kicked, watch you get put down, don't want to help, don't want to help you eat, let people disrespect you, don't speak up for you. You know, all them type of people around you that act like that, that treat you that way, that's why your self-esteem is low. That's why you can't branch out and do the things you want to do. Like, you will never believe the things that was really actually blocking me. I had so many people come to me, psychics just walk up on me, yo, these people against you. I be praying and these psychics be walking up on me. You gonna tell me it's the devil? Well, then you playing with the devil then. If you gonna tell me I'm praying and I'm having these experiences and they not real, that's crazy. You gonna drive a motherfucker insane, like you should be dead for that. You should be you should be killed for that in your sleep, because you causing people panic and unrest within a spiritual man. And that's really what's happening at this point in time. There's a lot of people for the last couple of years, they wake up out their sleep, died from certain things, that they could have survived, either education based, they accepted it, or they negative energy took them over and karma got them. Because, I come here to balance the planet. And when it's energies that are coming against me, when that never was my personal mission, that was a mission I'm sent from God. Well, what do you think will happen to you? It was already enough that their stuff didn't work, but the funny part was burning the reversibles and actually hearing and seeing things through the channel messages, through the videos, that God has responded, spirit has responded. There's been, energy that's been sent out and it's been sent back. It's a spiritual science and correspondence taking place. And I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, I'm scared of me, of my life. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I think you really got to start calling things for what it is. Motherfuckers dishonest. They scared. They lying. They out to get something. They want something. Ain't nothing about me negative or dark. But when I gotta defend myself and shit like that, and niggas is lying on my name, and or they putting their hands on me. There's been people who put their hands on me, put their hands on my husband, different things like that. And then when we say something, we do something about it, then oh, we're crazy, or they're scared, or just different dumb shit. Just a lot of drama, and that's why we just choose to stay away from certain people, because they're not gonna change. Sometimes the things that make your family members, your lovers, your friends, things that make them change is you leaving them the fuck alone. And them really realizing after they done stalked you, been in your business, and looked you up on the internet, that you don't have a record. These motherfuckers actually tried to create a jail record for me, tried to create stress for me, tried to create unrest in my relationship when they weren't satisfied that, there was none. They tried to act like it was me and him, and oh, I didn't know what he was doing, and I don't know what he's into. And like, little did they know, I already got the drop, I already got the info on your people. I know where you live. I know, I already knew everything about him before we even met. So for a bitch to come approach me, like, even though you got second reading on your twin flame, yeah, because she can't say that because she never asked me. She never asked me anything. Why you choose to be with him? Why you choose to be with this person? You know what I mean? Like, I felt like they respected him in a sense, but not enough to let him grow forward. And that really, really confused me. That really, really confused me. Like, I guess as long as he was doing what they wanted and I was doing what other people wanted, I guess they had to make no waves. But as soon as I had to keep my money because I got a new baby, and that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, I expect you to pay something. I remember my mom was saying that to me, and I'm like, you the grandmom of the child. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way people are connected, it's about money. They've never come to visit this child. And I really would like to see what happens when they come to visit this child. Like, we got to start to understand that our parents are narcissistic. They really don't care about us. I'm not even trying to be hurtful or rude, and I don't want to hear no, oh, why you say that? Because that's the truth. That's what I'm experiencing, is that you truly don't care. If you cared about me, I would have the money that was owed to me. I would have the property that was owed to me. You would fight for me. You would do it quickly. You would do it before I have to suffer another day. If you really cared about me, you would stop lying on me in these streets. Like people can't see through the bullshit you trying to pull. If you really cared about me, you would pull off those false charges, pull up them false charges. Matter of fact, you don't even got to do that because I'll just take it to trial and just show them that you was being petty. Like how many times I gotta tell y'all, I'm already ahead of y'all. So it's the best thing to just be on my side. Come fuck with me because I always been about love. You know what I'm saying? I've never been about hate. I confront niggas. I give niggas the energy they gave me. That's what y'all gave me. Y'all can't come yell in my face and act stupid and then I don't do that back. And because of all that and you can't handle it, that's why we're not talking. Because it's no point. I don't need you. You don't need me. You was never going to fight for me. You was never going to shoot for me. You was never going to do what my gangsters do, my husband do. You was never going to speak up for me. You was never going to tell a motherfucker, shut the fuck up. Nothing. You was going to sit there and be like, ha ha, try to find some reason to hate on me. Well, I didn't like what she did in 2010. You jealous bitch. That's what these bitches is out here saying. I don't like what she did in 2010. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let her fucking catch fire. I'm not even gonna piss on her. Y'all mad because I'm fucking beautiful. You mad because I actually don't have a record. Because I went to school. Because I get money for no fucking reason. Because people like me. They love me. That's why you mad. You know how much pain I've been through? I earned this shit. You know how many tears that I've cried by myself? And that's why I'm on here. For my real spiritual soldiers. You know, I'm about to say a shoulder to cry on, but I'm here for y'all. Y'all people that you've been praying and people been attacking you and things been attacking you in your life. You don't understand what's going on with your job and your family and your man and everything you thought, because your ego put that life together. That wasn't for you. There's something else for you that what we would call God has for you. See, I like to say spirit because that's something that permeates everything, and God is just word. That's where it stops at. But life itself is an experience, and I might start calling it life or calling it universe because we're having an intimate experience, and there's an orgasmic nirvana that's actually waiting for you to experience it. But it's because people have showed you that there's only one or two chakras, or you can only have an orgasm out your root. No, you can have what they call an orgasm, which would be the end of sexual intercourse, but it's called nirvana in the spiritual world when your chakras are stimulated and high vibratory. And you can live like that. You can be happy without food stimulation, without sexual stimulation, without stimulation from people, social groups. You don't need food. You don't need all that. I just heard you don't even need water. You just need a couple pieces of fruit, and the sun will give you all the food, nutrients, vitamins, life you need. You can breathe in the sun. The sun is giving you rays through the air. I mean, it's a beautiful situation, but you gotta stop letting people pull you from nature, pull you from who you really are. You are one with nature. You are nature because this is your reality, really reflecting back to you. And I definitely think we're all reflections of one another, good and bad. And the bad parts of us need to be healed like other people need to be healed. So people that are going through negativity, y'all still alive, y'all not truly evil, you want healing, give it to God. Repent, give it to God. Somebody gonna come. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. Let the people help you, dog. It's hard to get about your comfort zone. You want to be alone. You want to be independent. You don't trust nobody. People be messing stuff up for you. This girl did it, so this girl might do it. My family was acting like this. My friends might be like this. All this stuff is completely understandable. But you have to eventually break out of that and heal. Like seriously, everything could be forgiven. Everything could be changed. But if you believe it can, if you don't believe it can, it's just not going to happen for you. Period. And that's just my. And with the old, I mean, and with the new, out with the old. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted dealing with the kids, dealing with everything, and trying to do these videos. And I just had a friend that I met, and she dumped all this personal shit on me. I went through this, I went through that, I'm going through this, go that. Soon as I say something to her about how I'd like her to help me understand what there is to do in Atlanta because I just want my own little life and I kind of feel what she's going through. She said, "Oh, I don't want to build all personal stuff." And that was so selfish. That was the most selfish thing I've ever seen a person do. And I get it. She's like, "Well, let's talk about this in person and blah, blah, blah." But me, I'm not the type of person I want to talk about that in person. Like, females always need to talk about their fucking problem. Like, I'm a therapist. I'm not a fucking therapist. And it's like, now I see homegirl was trying to get something out of me. And that's how I feel about it. Like, I could say, okay, you exchanged whatever, you paid up your dues or whatever, you had debts or whatever. But even all of that was weird because it's like certain women, they don't even want to accept a handout anymore. And I'm like, you're so masculine. How do you expect a man to want to be with you when you're Mrs. Independent all the fucking time? Or you tell a man what you think you need. Let that man love you. Like, I actually let my man figure out what I need sometimes. I actually let him help me. Like, all that shit, like, baby, I got it, I got it. Well, what role does he have to play? And then, you don't tell him what to do. I mean, it's just like a ebb and flow situation. And it's an everyday thing. And it's a step-by-step thing. There's no real book on it, but there's some books. There's some books on how to have a relationship with a man, how to understand a man, how to really have a relationship with yourself. Forget the man. You need to have a relationship with yourself. Y'all got kids and y'all fucking them up because you don't understand how they supposed to become a man, how they supposed to become a woman. You got childhood wounds and trauma and things from being raised in a narcissistic household and dealing with a father that was, self-absorbed. And I mean, this is all the same because we've all been programmed the same way by the same fucking box. But like I said, I don't watch the box. I like my YouTube. I like my spiritual tones. You'll look at my feed. That's all that's there because I'm trying to advance myself. I'm trying to protect myself spiritually. I see that spirit is the foundation, the where you build everything in your life materialistically. That's called the metaphysical. You take from the idea to the present, to where you living at. You breathing at. So that's what's going on. I don't got time to talk about nothing else. And yeah, like, I'm going to address certain things. I want to address certain things. Even when I do address certain things, it's still going around in a circle. So if they can't heal over there, they can't heal with me. It's nothing. It's nothing. Let's just leave it alone. Let's just leave each other alone. I can't enjoy you knowing that you lied to me, you played me. There's lies in your head. You acting fake. You pretentious. It is what it is. This is on the deepest level. Like, we all know that we all really love and care for each other. We all there for each other. But on the deepest level, you try and get deep with me. You try to be my friend. You try to be in my crib. You try to spend the night. You try to be near my dude. Nah, dog. Like, we gotta get deep. You can't be sleeping with other niggas' men, and then I'm a married woman, and I'm thinking you gonna hold yourself together when you around my dude. You know how many times I done brought chicks around my dude, and they had their titties out. The next day we spent the night, just trying to not even entice him for personal reasons because they're actually in love, but just to compete with me to say, I can make your man look at me. He just a piece of shit like every other man. Drop him. I want to eat you out. That's really what the fuck they trying to say. I thought you was always going to be a hoe with me, Aaliyah. No, you dropped the ball when you were supposed to be looking for your soulmate, looking for your twin flame, staying faithful. You never was a faithful person in your core. So that's why that's not what you got. You get what you are. You attract what you are. So if you don't have nothing going on, like, seriously, I had a curse on me, so that might be a situation for you. From my observation, it could only be a curse if you got all your shit together and you cool spiritually. The only thing stopping you is a curse. If you're a manifester, you a magician, you a witch, you a hoodoo priestess, you a voodoo practitioner, you do santeria, brujeria, you do Wiccan, and that shit ain't working for you. That's why I say, which craft am I going to choose today? Because that's all the fuck that is. And anybody that keep telling you Like, we don't went from 95 to 2010. We don't watch Skeleton Key. We are not scared of voodoo. Everybody that keep telling you be scared of it, they're fucking dumb or they're hiding it. Because that's all that's being ran out this motherfucker. It's nothing but voodoo. It's nothing but magic. It's nothing. It's nothing but that. That's it. That's all this shit is. Science, magic, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's all it's all that's out this motherfucker. So you want to keep on stalling yourself by believing what the fuck they're telling you? And you looking at all the celebrities, you thinking they doing voodoo mantras. Motherfucker, it's a fucking mudra. It's a Hindu. Y'all so quick to talk about who's the devil, who's praising the devil and worshiping the devil. Didn't you just kill somebody? Didn't you just rob a motherfucker? Didn't you just rape a bitch? Didn't you just cheat on your girlfriend or wife? Didn't you just lie? I mean, look, it's so many people who are going to see this video. But I'm saying, though, those who are without sin cast the first stone. And I'm not no holy roller. It's just that I know where spiritual power is and I know it works. It's motherfucking, it's cottage cheese or yogurt. It's sharp cheese or American. It's cheese. It's dairy. It's gonna work or not? What's going on? Why is it gotta be the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil? Because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that you're a God, that you can have supreme power, that you can make anything happen in the blink of an eye. There's some things I want to share with you, but you guys would think I'm fucking nutty, and the shit that you would see, you would think that you crazy too, coming and fuck with me. Only a nigga named Jesus could come fuck with me. Only a nigga that do bruja deep down, and that's where his family from, could come fuck with me. And they stupid, because they against they self. When you get a new bruja in your family, first of all, I'm Cuban. I'm gonna lose my weight again. I'm gonna show you. You get a bruja in your family. You get a white bruja, a blanco bruja in your family, and familia, and tu familia, and you come against her. Are you foolish? You must be out your mind. There must be something wrong. You must be sick. It must be the pork crawling up from your butthole to your brain. It's got to be that. All these people all touchy and shit, and they all nervous, and they high strung and like sensitive and shit. That's satanic. That's satanic. They trapped somehow, because Satan means parameters, barriers, rules, karma, judgment. They trapped. They hexed. Saturn. That's come on. Y'all need to look up Quasi-Luminous. Okay, because the shit's out there, but they be lining this shit up. They stuck in a box. That's why they keep talking about the devil. It's all they can see. It's all they want to talk about. You worship the devil. You just to discredit you because you know the truth, because you got the truth within you. And I'm just waiting for that opportune time. So go ahead, keep talking. You know, this can go from court. This could get ugly. And like I said before, anybody come approach me thinking they're gonna kill me, they gonna die in their sleep. They gonna be sick. I'm not playing no games. And I'm gonna be real with you, right? If I had to use the devil, if I had to use any energy like that to come against you, must have been something real serious. Because if anything, I think these demons and these devils, they respect me. So when they tried to, when you guys tried to send that energy, I said, wait a minute, what's up? Like, what's really good? Like Hakete, uh, death, Santa Muerte, transformation. That is me. You can't send what I am.